Guess this is something a little bit different, right? Coming to you guys from my balcony, the fire escape outside my apartment here in Hollywood. And I just want to make a quick video for you guys on just a couple of tips and a couple of positive reminders on things that you could be doing right now if you're a freelance creative and you're out of work, like all of us, you know? We're all in the same shit boat. We're all just feeling the suck and we're all not liking it. So number one is going to be, don't lose your hope, guys. You know, it's a rough time for everybody right now. Just know that you're not alone. And when I say that, do things so that you don't lose your hope and you lose your motivation. And turn off your news, turn off your social media as much as you can. Like I stated before, it'll just do nothing but just, you know, put a lot of negative shit in your mind, and it's going to mess with you going forward. The next thing is going to be to stay as active as possible, and that doesn't just mean creating things. Whether it be for YouTube, whether it be personal, whether it be anything related to filmmaking, stay as active as possible. I don't care if you clean your house, I don't care if you go outside like I am on my fire escape. You got to be doing things, and an idle mind is just going to really fuck you up. You're going to start to think, and you're going to start to think the worst. So if you do have to go outside, don't be one of those people who goes to the beach and just adds to the problem of, further spreading and prolonging this shitstorm that we're all in right now. But if you do have to go out, keep your distance from everybody. Don't touch anything in public as much as you can. That'll be really helpful. And then the third thing I'd say is just, man, focus on all the good times. Focus on everything that happened prior to this as well, and just use that as not only a reflection that your life is fucking amazing. I don't care who you are, it's fucking amazing. You've done a lot of other things that are great before this, but also use that as a projection to the future on things that you are going to be doing. You know, if you did it before, what's to say that you're not going to be able to do that again? You know, I think unfortunately with this whole entire thing, I'm not a politician, I don't know things, you know, I'm not an expert on it, but just my personal opinion, this is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So stay as positive and stay as active as possible. So whether that means just going for a walk right around the corner, keep your distance from people again, but don't go to big crowded public places. Don't be going to the beach and making things worse. Come out, record some videos, you know, talk to people, spread a positive message like I'm trying to do right now as well. Next thing I would really recommend is, and this is the no bullshit part that everybody needs to hear, and I think a lot of the other things were a little bit generic that I was saying, is do anything that you have to do right now to put yourself in a better place financially. There are going to be things that you won't like to do. There are going to be things that you never thought that you had to do in your lifetime in order to make it past this step. I have scraped on my fingernails for the past year living here in Hollywood to even get to a point to start DPing projects, to even start making enough money to put the roof over my head that I have been able to. I've driven a lot of Postmates in the past to get by many months when times were tough. I've done a lot of odd jobs just for, random little money. Don't think in your mind at any point, I don't care how much money you made before this and no matter what you were doing in freelance, that you are too good to do anything, because if you are, well, then you can meet the curb and you can also meet starvation. I'm not saying that to be mean, but some people are just still sitting there watching Netflix. Some people are still sitting there watching Hulu and Amazon, and that's great, and I've done that, and it's awesome. I got to spend some really good time with my girlfriend, which I haven't been able to in months, and I got to watch some good movies, but the reality is, guys, this isn't going anywhere anytime soon, so you can't do that forever. That's not sustainable. So look for other alternatives. If you have to drive Postmates, wear a mask, put some gloves on, and cover yourself up and do what you got to do. If you got to go apply at your nearest grocery store and take a job bagging groceries, even though you're going to be contained, that's what you got to do. It sucks that that's the world that we're living in, but do anything that you got within legal means and by not hurting anybody else that you have to do to make money right now, and really start to think, because your savings won't last forever. I know, I wish I was a better saver my entire life, but joke's on me now. So there's a lot of shit that I've got to do moving forward, and there's a lot of shit that I'm gonna have to do that I don't like to do. So those are just some of my things that I thought about last night, up until late last night, that I need to do going forward. And if you can, I've been eating a lot of crap. I've been eating a ton of shit lately because food is comfort to people. Maybe not everybody, but for me, I don't really drink. If you know me personally, I don't drink alcohol. I don't consume alcohol. Don't do drugs really at all. And eating food is a great release for me, but eating food is only going to prolong my success throughout this whole entire thing. So I need to start getting back to eating a little bit healthier, you know, with what we can get from the grocery stores and can afford right now. So if you can afford to just drink more water, eat better foods in your body, you're going to feel better, you're going to feel more energized, and that will only make you more progressive throughout this entire thing. So hope that you guys take this very well. I hope it spreads a positive message to you. And if I can ask for a favor from you guys, what I would love to see is you guys making positive videos, whether it's giving people tips on how to get through this whole thing. And again, here's the wind. Sorry for the wind if my wind filter is a little fucked right now. Don't have a dead cat. But back on subject, if you guys can just spread a message, whether it's we're all going to make it, we're all going to go forward, we're all going to do positive things, that's all that I'd ask. You know, there's a lot of people bummed out there right now. There's a lot of people losing hope, and they're waiting on the politicians. They're waiting on, you know, other forces outside this world to come and save them. I don't know about you guys, but I am not about to sit here and wait for that $1,000 check to come in the mail. I'm just not, you know. If it comes, cool, but just saying right now, people say things in life, especially politicians, and I don't care what side of the fence you're on, and that doesn't always come true. If it comes, that's awesome. If it doesn't, you know, it doesn't. But and then if that doesn't, you know, like I said, there's a lot of people who are lost with hope. They're very, very down right now, and this is an extremely hard time for them. Just to give you a little bit of backstory on my life right now before I wrap this whole video up, I'm fucking scared out of my mind. I'm about to leave the apartment where we are right now. I live in Hollywood, and we're going to be moving in less than a week. We're trying to get out of here. We're actually trying to move to Pasadena, which is a much safer, nicer area, and we'll be paying the same rent that we do right now. We've actually been trying to move for a while, but the crime in our neighborhood is gone through the roof. I got a little app here called Citizen app, and if I go through it, just in the last 24 hours, and this is within, you know, less than a mile from here, we have vehicle burglarized, report of gunshot heard, reports of shots fired, reports of man with knife at gas station, LA Fire Department activity, woman assaulted. These are all things going on right now. So it is in my best interest for the safety of myself and my girlfriend to get out of this area. Meanwhile, at the same time, I got to come up with money for a deposit. I got to come up with money for the first month's rent and the moving expenses. So that's a very scary thing for me right now, but I can't lose hope. My girlfriend is one of the most positive people in my life right now. I spend every day with her, and anytime that I get negative, she says, you know, just shut up. Nope, don't say that. Don't say that at all. We are going to do this. We are going to move, and I'm making this video to not only refute that energy, but also do it for her and also the better of us and everybody else. So it's a scary time for me. I'm sure people have even scarier stories right now, and everybody is in a bad spot. So if you can spread a positive message, spread something that is going to help people get forward from this. This isn't a time to argue about politics. This isn't a time to argue with each other. It's just 100% team fucking people right now, and it's time to help one another. So if you're a freelance creative, videographer, filmmaker, whatever you are, photographer, I'm with you. I feel your pain. I hope you guys get through this. I think we're all going to get through this if we remain positive and we work hard and we implement steps to get past it. So I'm going to get off this balcony now. I got a ton of stuff to do today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video here, and I hope it finds you well. I'm going to try and post a little bit more now that I have more time. And we'll see where things go. So I'll keep you guys updated on the move. Thank you all for the kind words throughout this if you've reached out to me, and I wish you guys nothing but the best. We're all going to make it through this. Sean with Venture Art House. I'll talk to you soon.